Did you know that wall art could actually turn some home buyers away? Most home sellers believe that they have to take down all of their artwork off their walls when it comes time to prepare your house to sell. But that's not true. The wrong pieces can make the room feel cluttered or distracting, and that's not what we want to do to home buyers. In this video, I'm going to show you which wall art to keep and which ones to probably take down so that homebuyers can imagine themselves living in the home. By the end, you'll know which pieces to take down and which ones to leave up when it comes time to sell your house. Hey there, home sellers. Welcome back. My name is Kasia. I am your occupied home staging specialist, and I am here to help women over 50, baby boomers, gentlemen, you're welcome too, but mostly my peeps are the ladies who are working really hard to get their house sold quickly, because I know you have questions, and one of those questions is wall art, and that's what we're talking about in today's episode, about what kind of wall art should I have when I'm staging my house? Can I leave everything up? Do I need to take everything down? Those are your questions, and I'm here to answer them. You may be thinking, well, does it really make a difference? Can it really be that distracting? Yeah, it can. And so we don't want the buyer to be distracted by something that just totally turns them off. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, but it's just wall art. It comes down. It's not a big deal. It actually can be. Yes. And I've seen pictures, and I walked into houses and consultations when I've done them with homeowners, and I'm like, okay, certain things we're going to have to take down, certain things we can leave up, no problem. And some people don't have anything on the walls. So I want to go through a couple of the different types of wall art that you should keep and ones that you should take down, so that you know by the end of this video what you can use to help you stage your house. Okay? So let's dive into wall art that you should take down, starting with that, because I know some of you may be thinking, oh, well, but I have all this on my walls. It took me such a long time to put it up. I understand. Yes, I know it probably did. Some of the pictures that some of you all have taken up, and you're probably thinking, oh, there's lots of holes in the wall afterwards. Yes, but you still need to take all of those down. Maybe you have a whole hallway covered with these things that you should probably remove, and you're like, oh, but it will look so empty. And yeah, it will, but that's okay. Not every nook and cranny needs to be staged or filled with something to make the house feel homey, okay? This is, again, your stuff that reflects your style and your family. When it comes time to staging your house, we're not showing off your family, we're showing off the house. What the house can be for somebody else, for another family, another couple, another single person, depending on whether it's a condo or a townhouse, a home, whatever, okay? So this is what we need to do when it comes time to staging your house. So let's get into the ones that you should take down. So starting off with, you're probably not going to be surprised. I know you're not going to be surprised because you've heard me say this before. Family photos. Yes, take all of those down. I have canvas wall art of my kids, my family, up the staircase and things like that. They're beautiful canvas artwork, yes, but those are the things that needs to come down. All family photos, whether it's the little ones like you have on your desk, or the 8x10s that you get the school class photos, or the big canvas prints or professionally done artwork. Yes, all of that needs to come down. Seriously. And the main reason for that is basically, for me, it's a security thing, but also people don't need to see who lives in the house. You need to know that 3 kids are here and they're these ages. They really don't need to see that. And again, it's distracting when you're looking at other people's houses and you see all these photos like, oh, this is kind of creepy, all these kids all everywhere. Yeah, no. And I know some of you are going to say, oh, but I want to see who lives here. As the home seller, no one should know who lives there. They shouldn't know what you look like, because then you get the whole stalker thing going on, and we don't want that. Okay, so enough of the family photos. Okay, just take them all down, right? Another wall art to take down is religious items. Like if you have crosses or menorahs or something, religious articles that represent your religion or faith, okay? Those need to come down as well. Even sayings that have proverb blah, 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 okay? Yes, all that stuff needs to come down too, because you don't know, again, who the buyer is that's going to be coming into your house, whether they're religious or not, okay? Again, it shouldn't offend them, but sometimes if you have a lot of that stuff everywhere, like I know my Catholic family, there would be crosses in every single room. I swear, if I didn't take them all down. Not in my house, but my parents' house. Yeah, yeah, they would be in every single room. I would take all those down if I had to sell their house, okay? So no religious items, take all those types of things down, okay? Any nude photos. Now, whether those are, you may consider that art, and some of you may do that as, you know, I love these nude photos, these nude statues or whatever. But again, if your house is a bigger home and you're downsizing, that bigger home is probably going to be for another family with kids. And you're going to see all these nude photos everywhere, and the kids are going to be in there walking through the house too. So just take them down. Just don't embarrass anybody. For some people, it's not a big deal. For others, it can be. So just avoid the embarrassment and just take down any nude photos, statues, or anything like that. Moving on to military mementos. And I was definitely a victim, a person that did this all the time too. We have our military I love me wall. If you were in the military, you know what I'm talking about. It's the things with all your certificates. It's with mementos that you got from your last station. Things like I had one where we got, because I was in IT, I would get my hard drive put on a plaque, and I got to take my email home with me. that was a memento. I had my name all over it and things like that. So anything like that, whether it's a retirement flag, of the awards that that you've gotten from before, all that kind of stuff needs to come down. No one needs to know that a military member lives here as well. Okay, we're trying to make this neutral. That is not neutral. Okay, so any military mementos, take them all down. Those coins. Yeah, I bet you have some of those coins if you're military. I know you do. I know we did. I may still have some in a box somewhere. Yeah, so take all those down, okay? Anything with names or words, word art, like live, laugh, love, or the kitchen or bathroom. You don't need to label those rooms because everybody knows that that's the kitchen and that's the bathroom, and that was the farm style of things to do way back when. That's also dated, so that's one of the things I'm going to try and tell you to remove and take down. That's not art. It doesn't do anything, okay? So those kinds of things, anything with children's names on there, over a bed or something like that. You don't want to know that Taylor lives here or Savannah, pick a name, right? They don't need to know your kids' names. They don't need to know your names because, again, these pictures are going to be on the internet, and they're going to be up there for a while until the house gets sold. Even after it's sold, those pictures are still up there. Did you know that? Yeah, keep that in mind. And then the last one that I have for you, which probably some of you are squirming, going, but, taxidermy. Yeah, any of those deer heads, moose heads, any kind of heads, anything stuffed like that, please take those down. Those are not going to help you sell your house. In fact, actually, people will walk out of a house and no. And I know some people are very sensitive when it comes to, that kind of artwork, wall art. That's not wall art to them. Okay, and again, it's a personal thing, and that's what we're trying to take out, is the personality out of the home. And you're probably thinking, but it's going to look so bland. Not really. It's going to take your personality out, but I will show you and tell you what items you can leave up on the walls or have on the walls that you probably have or just haven't put up and realized, oh, well, I could put this up there in that spot. Yeah, so we're going to take out some of the personality. We're going to put something back on there. Not everything has to have something back on the wall. I know I had one home staging consultation where I helped a family. They took down all their photos before I showed up because that's one of the things I told them to do before we met. And so she had an empty wall in her living room. Well, she had a beautiful landscape picture in in a room, I think it's a bedroom, and we moved that one into the living room, and it was basically a big tree, like one of those, not weeping willows, but one of those big oak trees with all the leaves everywhere and things like that. It was beautiful, it had the shadows, and it was just something real nice and something neutral that can show off the space. And when we hung it up there, she's like, oh wow, this actually looks better in here. This really goes in this room. So yeah, so certain things you take down, certain things you're going to replace. Let me go through the items of what you're going to keep. But before we get into that, if you do need some more home staging tips other than this wall art, I do have a free guide called How to Start Staging Your House Now. It's totally free. You can download it, and I will share with you 10 free home staging tips, things to keep in mind when it comes to home improvements, like what should you do? What kind of home improvements should you even work on before selling your house? Come up with a timeline. How long do you think it's going to take to get your house ready to sell, right? All those things are in my free home staging guide. Take a look, download it today. Okay, so let's jump into what wall art to keep up. Now, if you have some landscape photos, whether it's a canvas, whether it's a poster type thing, maybe it's just something that's been printed, that you can put up on there. So any kind of landscape, kind of like the flower type thing that I have behind me. Those are good ones, especially if you got bigger pieces and they take up more space. So you don't want it to be too big, but you want to take it and put it in the spots that actually need it. Like, for example, the living room. Okay, if you don't have any wall art in there, definitely consider putting at least one big, larger piece of wall art. It can be something like a landscape. But that one is a good spot to have some kind of color in there. Black and white photos just tend to kind of wash out the room, especially if the wall color is kind of a neutral kind of a color, and then you have a black and white picture. Then you got lots of black and white, and you want to throw some color in there, okay? So any landscaping, especially with greens or blues, like an ocean picture or a field or something like that. Anything with just some nice warm colors, something inviting like that is very neutral, but it shows off the space and actually has it just give it some interest to the wall, okay? You don't need to have a lot, but something like a landscape piece is easily done that you can do and hang up and leave up when it comes time to staging your living room, for example, okay? Another wall art to keep is a mirror. And this one you can put over a mantle. Maybe you have a big mirror, like a rectangular one. If you have a round one, that's a great place to put in a foyer entryway, okay? So that's a great piece to have in any of those spaces, really. So the living room, the foyer, if you have a mirror, that's a great spot to put it in. I'm trying to think, obviously the bathrooms, you're going to have that kind of a mirror in there. But if you have something decorative like that, maybe you found one that you just can't part with and you just want to have, if you have a spot that had a lot of family photos, you can easily put a mirror up in that space instead, okay? Just to, maybe you had lots of nail holes in there, you're going to put the mirror up on that wall. That's perfectly fine. You can do that, okay? But don't feel like you have to put a mirror in the hallway. You really don't, okay? Unless it's kind of like a dark one, or it's a foyer entryway, yes, definitely. That'll help bounce the light around in the room. But those are just some ideas for you for where you can use a mirror as wall art, okay? Any decorative type of pieces, like if you have maybe some weave type things out of cloth material type thing, or like baskets or something like that, like flatter baskets, wood art, something decorative like scroll work or something like that. Those are perfectly fine. Those can go basically anywhere. You can have them over a bed. You can have that in the living room, okay? Any of those types of rooms. It could be in the dining room too, okay? If you don't have a piece in the if you have a dining room and you don't have really much on that wall there, maybe you had religious items, well, now you need to put something else on that wall. A decorative basket, the landscape picture can go in there easily. Those are simple, easy things that you can put in those rooms to help you stage that room, okay? Clocks are another favorite of mine, big decorative clocks. I have this one picture where I used it on one wall and then had something else on the other wall, and that just helped create this cozy corner here to stage the living room. And the decorative clock actually can work colors, you know, so if you're looking for need some color in that room, a decorative clock is a great way to do that and add it into the space. And it's neutral, it doesn't, you know, have to be, you know, don't do a crazy one like, you know, the that I've seen, but like anything with lots of color. It can be even just a cream one or brown one or something like that, especially depending on the wall color that you have in there. There's lots of decorative clocks in those big store boxes. Big box stores. That's the word I'm looking for. But you know what I mean. You've probably seen them. If you have one, great. Maybe you kind of put it away in the hall, in the closet or something, and now it's just time to pull that out, okay? Abstract pictures, photos, those are fantastic because those have so many color options that you can have, and it's always fun to kind of figure out. It's kind of like it's melting into each other, you know, kind of a thing, and it's just something fun. And those definitely you can find in the big box stores if you don't have one. But like I said, you definitely want to think about putting wall art in the 4 most important rooms to stage, which I do talk about in a different video if you want to take a look at that. And I'll leave that link in the show notes so you can watch that one. So you know, wall art, if you put wall art in these 4 rooms, these will help create the room, make it more neutral, make it more appealing, open and inviting. And abstract wall art is a fantastic piece that you can use basically anywhere that you maybe now have an empty spot that you can use abstract wall art. And then the last thing that I have that I can, of course there's lots of different categories, but for what I've seen, this is a top of my head quick here for you to work with, is if you have some travel pictures, like maybe you love to travel, maybe you've been to Africa, like an African safari, or maybe you went to Europe and you have, you know, a picture of the Eiffel Tower or something like that, or the London Bridge or something, right? Those are great pieces. Maybe you've wanted to turn that into a big canvas print, right? That's a fantastic photo that is architecture type things, okay, that you can easily put up on a canvas piece. Maybe it's a picture of Venice with the water and the tall buildings and the reflection that's just so pretty. Maybe you have a sunset of somewhere on the beach or something like that. All those type of travel photos, fantastic pieces to use to help you stage a room. And again, those can be in the living room, it could be in the foyer, it can be in the dining room especially. Great spots to have those types of pieces if you have them. Or actually thinking about, you know what, I really want to print this out and then we'll take it to the next house. Go ahead and do that. I had one homeowner, we did that for her office, and I'll show you the before and after. The office was all cluttered in there, there's nothing on the walls in there, and then once we cleared it all out, she had a picture of this one that she wanted, of Venice, it happened to be, and I was like, oh, we should totally print that out on a canvas piece. So we had the time to do that because she had time before they had to sell the house. She got it printed, it showed up at her house, we hung up in the office. Oh, it was a great looking piece in there to just show off the space, okay? So those are a couple of things of wall art to keep. Now, if you want to go beyond just wall art and want to learn how to stage every single room, step by step, I have a upcoming course called the Hands-On Home Staging course, where we talk about all the tools on how to arrange the furniture. I give you checklists. We have live calls, Q&A calls after you watch the videos. This is a great opportunity for you to learn how to get your house ready to sell, and it's called the Hands-On Home Staging Bundle. So take a look. I'll leave that link in the show notes so that if that's something that you're interested, other than just the wall art, you're like, Kasia, I really need to know how to do each and every single room, this course is for you. So take a look at that. I'll leave that link in the show notes. But in the meantime, if you like this video and have learned maybe even just one single nugget of information, I hope this has helped you. I would love it if you could like, comment, subscribe to my channel so that you can see more home staging tips and get them to help you sell your house. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and we'll talk to you later. Bye!